This menu screen is a Binge Pipe exclusive. Here at Binge Pipe, we realize we're not the biggest streaming service, but we are the one you're stuck engaging with at the moment. So maybe we can all just take a minute and get over ourselves. Binge Pipe isn't any more impressed by you than you are by it. Binge Pipe is pleased to bring back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. Upgrade to premium to skip this slogan.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and the only thing better than being cool is being kind. Thank you for playing alone. It makes Binge Pipe's targeted marketing much more effective. Hang on tight, we're in for a ride.
Time for question 1.
First on the docket, so bad it's just bad. What would be a good name for a cheesy sci-fi movie about tornadoes composed of tornado, fishnado, pignado, cownado, or birdnado? Hope you like what you picked. You're gonna laugh. Smart people choose this. A tornado is a small fillet of beef. I'm just hoping I'm famous enough to book a spot on the 3rd or 4th sequel.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Behold, required reading for dragon breeding. Who wrote Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Jane Catherine Rowling, Joanne Kathleen Rowling, Joan Kimberly Rowling, or Jalen Carter Rowling? So what'd you pick? This would have worked. Yep, that's J.K. Rowling's full name. Now, if I had a nickel for every time J.K. Rowling had a nickel, I would have $650 million.
Why don't we do it with 3?
Let's try Hit Your Skid Marks, and it's time for Dis or Dat. I'm going to read you 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a type of film editing transition or a brand of flushable butt wipe. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between a film transition or a butt wipe. Ready? Good. Dude wipes. Star wipes. Good wipes. Block wipes. Water wipes. Invisible wipes. Bob's butt wipes. It would be really sad if you bragged about this. Now let's keep going.
I don't need you anymore.
Try this on for size. Popped collards. Which pickup line would you hear from a bro that also happens to be a broasted chicken? Hey girl, wanna listen to dubstep in my smoker? Hey girl, wanna see the boat shoe collection in my oven? Hey girl, wanna play beer pong in my slow cooker? Or hey girl, wanna watch Ballers in my pressure cooker? I love this part. Broasted chicken is prepared in a pressure cooker. And yeah, for this question, you don't really need to know anything about the HBO show Ballers. And that's pretty good advice for life in general. You don't need to know anything about the HBO show Ballers. How about this one? But what if you didn't...
If you like menu screens, you'll love Binge Pipe's menu screen. Binge Pipe is a streaming service that doesn't need to be real or not a joke to really revolutionize the industry and not a joke the entire digital media landscape.
With my old streaming service, I could never get a hold of a customer service representative. Now that I'm a Binge Pipe customer, they never leave me alone. The second I have a problem, they're there to explain why it isn't a problem and why I should be more grateful for their ever-seeing eye.
The second my Binge Pipe router went out, a service team was in my home. I didn't even know I had a back door.
I thought the volume was off on my programming, but the Binge Pipe doctor discovered it was my ears that were wrong.
Not only do they closely monitor my enjoyment of their services, but they reward me if I turn in fellow customers who are not completely happy. Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Binge
Binge
Pipe.
Pipe. Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Binge Pipe. Binge Pipe.
Thank you.
Coming soon to Binge Pipe, this.
And then you simply place the glazed donut in between the two chocolate frosted donuts, because nothing says "f off, Rick" like my signature donut sandwich.
I've just fallen down the stairs, but I feel great.
Okay, so it's a bet. If you can get the coolest girl in school to go to prom with you, I'll take a gender studies class that will teach me that women aren't commodities and challenges based on archaic standards of masculinity.
You're on, man.
Yeah. Why can't I cry?
Mr. Mayor, that octopus has a family.
Step 1. Go to the web address shown here. Step 2. Enter the room code you see on the screen. Step 3. Think of a hilarious nickname. Step 4. You can think of a better name than that. Step 5. Never mind, just settle. Binge Pipe is proud to resurrect from the dead. You don't know, Jack. Binge Pipe. We went with our first idea.
Hi, I'm your host, Cookie Masterson, and when I put on the sorting hat, it told me I had lice. Player 1, I like your odds. Okay, let's see what lies ahead.
Time for question 1.
To begin with, it's a total burning sensation. What has 2 thumbs and likes to burn books? This guy, Montag. This guy, Fox. This guy, Fieri. Or let's see how that shook out. Guy Montag is the protagonist of Fahrenheit 451, who initially enjoys his job burning books.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Here's one for you. It's a Stranger Thing that I do. Okay, think back on your binge watching of Stranger Things and answer me this. If Will had actually been hanging upside down the entire time he was trapped in the upside down, what would have probably happened to him? He would have died of asphyxiation, he would have had his eyeballs pop out, he would have been fine other than a headache, or he would have been smarter. Okay, what'd you pick? Here's what you meant to pick. Hanging upside down for a few days straight will kill you, possibly by having your other organs crush your lungs. Still not as gross as what happened to Sean Astin. Oh.
Why don't we do it with free?
I call this one our luxury line of spells. And get ready to do some shopping because it's time for Dis or Dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's something you can buy at Gwyneth Paltrow's online store Goop, or something you can buy in the Weasley's joke shop in Harry Potter. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between Goop or Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Okay, let's do it. Beauty dust. Peruvian instant darkness powder. 10-second pimple vanisher. Kid combing mist. Daydream charms. Psychic vampire repellent. You know poo. You did it! Kind of. Let's get on with it, shall we?
I don't need you anymore.
Next, the perpetual motion of the Oceans franchise. Which of the following equals the number of oceans traditionally considered to be on planet Earth? Oceans 11 minus Oceans 13 plus Oceans 8, Oceans 12 minus Oceans 11 plus Oceans 13 minus... Okay, let's take a look. Traditionally, the Earth's oceans are divided up into 4. The Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, and the Arctic. And Oceans 12 minus Oceans 8 equals Oceans 4. But if we don't do something about our carbon emissions, soon we may end up with so many oceans that the novelty of the original film will be all but forgotten. Up next, Octopus Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein?
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. It's a monster.
Correctly predicted 7 World Cup matches. Octopus, Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? And how'd we do? Paul the Octopus correctly predicted all 7 of Germany's World Cup matches in 2010 by picking a food container in his tank with the team's flag on it. In other news, Frankenstein was 0 for 7. Round 1 is over. An optimist says you still have half a game left. A pessimist says you couldn't find friends to play with. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that. Okay, buckle in.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Oh, here's a good one. McCarthyisms. Help me remember something. What's that movie where Melissa McCarthy plays the loud, boisterous, yet lovable woman with no filter? I think she robs a burger joint in it. Identity Thief, Tammy, Bridesmaids, or The Heat? So what'd you pick? Oh, great movie. But no. Why didn't you pick this? Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I would hate if I was only known for my loud and lovable voice, which is why I focus on just being loud.
Mon béret a rétréci. 7.
Introducing, ain't no party like a political party because a political party is carefully mediated. In high school, I did some embarrassing things at my Model UN club, but only one of these stories about my interactions with Icelandic leadership is accurate. I tripped over the president and fell on the king. The prime minister and the queen stole my lunch. The president told the prime minister I liked her. Or the czar was cool, but the archbishop gave me a wedgie. I love this part. Maybe try cheating? And here's where the money is. In Iceland, the president is the head of state, but the prime minister leads the government. Thus, I was booted out of the Model UN and thrown into the replica Hague.
Hey, question.
At Binge Pipe, we value your needs. Would you like a question where the answer rhymes with orange, or a question where the answer rhymes with purple? Choose your content. You have chosen.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of eight.
Coming up next, a question where the answer rhymes with orange. Which of these is the name of a real mountain in southeast Wales? Blorange, Glorange, Warrange, or McGlorange? Okay, what'd you pick? Oh, don't be ridiculous. Oh, honestly. Blorange is a real place, and it really rhymes with orange.
Binge Pipe loves our users so much, we gave you this menu screen. Some critics say Binge Pipe isn't a real streaming service, it's just a framing device for a video game. These critics are entitled to their opinions and their privacy, so don't go looking for them. They're fine.
Before Binge Pipe, there was nothing for me. Now I see everything. And it's too much. I know too much. Why are there so many?
Binge Pipe.
The following Binge Pipe programming is brought to you by reusable toilet paper. We're not going to tell you what that is or how it could possibly work. We just want you to think about it.
Hey, I'm Austin Creed. You might know me from my career as a sports entertainer or from my highly successful YouTube channel, Up, Up, Down, Down. But from now on, you're only going to know me from Binge Pipe. That's right. I just signed an exclusive multi-decade deal with Binge Pipe. Apparently. I don't really remember signing it, but they have all the paperwork, so I guess I did. I'll be hosting hours and hours of Binge Pipe programming right from this tiny locked room in